All right, hello everyone. So this is another example problem where we get to practice what we've learned so far in the video tutorials. So this is an example of a guessing game. It's pretty popular, but basically you ask the user to enter a random number, in this case between 1 and 10. So if the user's guess matches with whatever the random number is, then you score 10 points or however many points, and the score is displayed. Otherwise, if it doesn't match, then you display the generated number. So you and I won't know what the random number is, but that's why this is a guessing game. And it tells you here if the user enters Q, then the game is stopped. So right off the bat, because we know that we're dealing with random numbers here, it's a guessing game, random number between 1 and 10, you know that we have to import the random function here. Okay. So in this random module or function or whatever, we call the rand integer to generate a random integer, right? So once we do that, we can use a infinity loop. We've seen that in other tutorial videos, because in infinity we don't know how many times a user will try to guess, right? It could be 100 times, it could be 5 times, it could be just 1 time. So infinity loop will allow you to kind of do it, however infinity, just as the name says. And so here we'll do infinity loop. So let's start with the score here, declare that 0 and true. And we've seen that, I've already explained that. So inside of this loop, we'll have a random number. Let's call that num random, and we'll use the rand integer between, what does it say, 0 and 10. Okay, so let's call this guessed number, maybe, guessed num. I want this to be an integer, so I'm going to have that, and I'm going to have the user input whatever number. So I'm going to say, please enter a number between 0 and 10. So the user will do that. So here, this is the loop, right? So now my if statement start, and you can tell from here, from the problem. The problem will tell you step by step pretty much. So now that I have the loop, I'm gonna keep guessing, and keep guessing. So this is what I want. This is my, my argument here. What I want to do, if, and this is inside the while loop here. Okay. So if guess number is num, right? The number that I just randomly picked. Then what? Then I'm gonna say, oh, congratulations, or you got it. Let's say, yay, you guessed it right, and I'm scoring 10 points here. So I'm going to have a variable called score here, and I'm going to add 10 points. Oops. Plus equal 10 points here. And I have to display the score. That's what they tell me here. So I'm going to print that score. I'm going to say print, maybe not print. Your score is now score, of course, because that's the variable here. So whatever this is, that's what it tells me here. Okay, what's the next if? So if it doesn't match, so this is when it match, if it matches. If it doesn't match, if guessed num, or maybe not if, actually else, else, if this doesn't work, if this doesn't work, if I didn't get it correctly, I'm going to say print, you didn't get it right, you didn't guess right. And I have to display the generated number, the wrong guess, I guess, if you will. So I'm going to print that. The actual number was, or maybe I'll say the random number was in this case, is num. Does that make sense? Yeah, so so essentially here, I've covered this right here. The problem is asking me to do. So if I'm guessing it correctly, so if the guess number that I've imported is, is the same, then I'm scoring. If not, then I didn't get it correctly. And now the last thing is, if the user enters Q, then stop the game. I can do else here, or maybe another if I want to. So else, so if guessed num equals Q, print game is over. Game is over, stop the game, right? So I'm going to break the loop here. I can actually just start off with this one from the very beginning. Just got to get that out of the way. We have an if statement here. Oh. Okay. So if we break that up there, and then I'm going to delete this. Okay, so it looks correct to me. I think let's enter a number between 0 and 10. Oh, so first guess. I guess I get it right. So that's good. Okay. It's gonna keep going, infinity loop. So let's do 8. You didn't guess it right. Wait a minute, hold on. So I put 8. Let me do this. I think this is confusing me a little bit. So, okay, 5. That's what was kind of confusing me a little bit, this extra space. So I put 5, random number was 8, so I didn't get it right. Let's see how long I can do it. This 9. So yeah, it's gonna keep going and going and going until it's random, right? So infinite loop. So I still haven't got it right. So here I put 2, but the random number, which I can't see, right? Mind you, I can't see that. It's 3, so I didn't get it right. So let's see how much time I actually have. Okay, so I'm kind of, yeah. All right, so you get it right. You get it. So basically, you're gonna keep going until, you get it. I mean, it's random, so it's not a way just to say how long it's gonna take you to get it right. So yeah, you can just play around with it, but just essentially you see how I really wanted to test where it gives you the score, but it might take a while here. Yeah, still haven't gotten it. Okay, there you go. All right, so here's an example. I put 1. I get it right. Score is 10. So here, that's an example right there. Okay, so that's the game. Pretty fun. Get you to practice random numbers, if statements, while loops as well, infinity loops, etc. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.